Hey guys, welcome back to DeepPage, where we decode powerful books one chapter at a time. And today we are diving into chapter 2 of Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. It's called Luck and Risk. And honestly, this one made me sit back and rethink a lot about this chapter. And we all love those success stories, right? Like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Virat Kohli, Steve Jobs. But how often do we stop and ask a question like how much of their success was actually in their control? This chapter is a deep reminder that behind every win, there might be a stroke of luck, and behind many failures, there just might be a plain bad timing or risk. Let's talk about Bill Gates. Yes, he is brilliant. Yes, he worked hard. But here's what most people don't know about him. He happened to attend one of the only high schools in the world in the 1970s that has access to a computer. That one lucky break gave him a head start that 99.9% of the students didn't get. Now think about how many other kids, equally smart and driven, just never got a chance. Housel also talks about another kid from the same school, Kent Evans, Bill Gates' best friend. He was just as bright as Bill Gates, but sadly, Kent down in a mountaineering accident in high school, and that's the risk. These two real life examples highlight the central idea the Morgan Housel wanted to convey through this chapter. The luck and risks are both real and both invisible, and we often overcredit someone's success to their decisions and blame someone failures on their actions. But life isn't always that black and white. You know what's crazy? We love learning from people who succeeded. How I become a millionaire, top 10 habits of successful people, etc. and etc. But what about the people who did the exact same thing and they failed? They don't get featured in the YouTube videos or TED Talks. That's called survivorship bias. We only see the winners, not the people who didn't fail or who didn't make it, even if they followed the same path. And Morgan Housel says something very deep here. Studying one person's outcome tells you nothing about the broader world. So next time you hear someone say, if I can do it, you can also do it. Pause and think. Pause and think. Maybe they could do it because they were at the right place at the right time. It's not about being negative. It's about being realistic. Look, I get it. We all want to learn from successful peoples. But this chapter reminds us that don't blindly follow or copy the top 1%, because what worked for them might not work for you because of the luck, the key ingredient they have. Think about investing. Some people become rich on cryptos or stocks like Tesla, but many others did the same thing and they lost money. So were they stupid? No, they just got unlucky. So copying someone's path without understanding their context can backfire. So firstly, understand all the things and then copy the things. Even in life, you might compare your careers, marks, jobs, startups to others, but maybe they just had a moment of good timing, good place. Okay, this chapter really humbled me because I used to think that if I just work hard enough, I'll get what I want. But life doesn't work like a math equation. Life is too complicated, and there are things in our control, our efforts, mindset, and decisions. And there are things that just happen: illness, market crashes, being born into underprivilege or overprivilege, accidents. Now I don't get frustrated when things go wrong, even after doing everything right. And I also try not to get too arrogant when something goes right. because maybe it just was a lucky break. It's also helped me be more empathetic towards others. We all have invisible luck and risk in our lives, so there's no point of comparison. So, what should we actually do? Ignore hard work? Stop planning? No, not at all. Morgan isn't saying luck is everything. He's saying good decision making is valuable not because it guarantees success, but because it improves your odds against the risk or against the negative things. So keep putting in the work, but understand that not everything is in your hands. Stay humble when you win and graceful when you lose. And remember, luck can look like talent and risk can look like failure. So don't judge too quickly. Not yourself, not others. So that was chapter 2, Luck and Risk from the Psychology of Money. Such a simple idea, but it completely shifts how you view the world. If this gave you some perspective, do like, comment, and subscribe to DeepPage. I'll be back soon with chapter 3. Until then, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing. I am HK. See you in the next video.